Hi, this is Josh.
And Steph.
And Liam. I'm a caveman. We are a caveman.
And today we are at Dinosaur Ridge here, just outside Denver in Lakewood, Colorado. We're going to see some awesome dinosaurs and all kinds of fun. Liam, tell them what you're thinking about here.
Okay, so one million years ago, where dinosaurs were not extinct yet. That's we went back in old times right now.
We went back in time, like my
Now
shirt
we're
says, out of time.
Yep. So now we're cavemans.
So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be like cavemen and we're going to go see dinosaurs. I don't know if cavemen and dinosaurs existed at the same time, but we'll pretend that they did for now, and we will enjoy it. And the cool thing is,
Dinosaur
too,
said that,
he
not
did.
me.
And the cool thing is the scenery around here is beautiful. So we'll show you that here in a minute. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video.
Wait.
Wait.
There's also some dinosaurs over there and there.
Okay, so look, yep, it's a couple behind us.
Dinosaur right there.
Yep.
And dinosaur way over there.
All right.
That's American.
So we're American dinosaurs.
American
We'll get you the
dinosaur
whole
right
experience.
there. Seriously.
So I think you're going to see who's going to steal the show today, but I hope you enjoy, guys. All right, let's do this.
Bye.
All right, Liam's decided he needs to shake hands with this big guy right here. There you go. And you can see we're up here in the hills. That'd be a pretty place to live. What you can't see behind me very well for some trees and stuff is actually have a pretty good view of Denver behind us. So you can see the other side of the parking lot, and that is Interstate 70 right there. And yeah, he likes this one that's painted like the American flag, which is super cool. There you go. There's the exhibit hall. Ooh, and this one hasn't been painted. He's just a blank canvas, so to speak. So that's pretty cool. Actually, here you can see off in the distance. Let me get a zoom here. See some more mountains in the distance as I-70 winds west.
This is a paper sword because it's not actually a real dinosaur. They just didn't paint it.
Ah, interesting.
So it's not actually a real.
So I was telling everybody earlier, it was a blank canvas. See, we think the same. That's pretty cool, buddy. All right, so here's some of the packages they have. You can pause the video here if you ever decide to come and enjoy some time here. And this one's really pretty. And here's a little more information. The map of the park. And one more look at this really cool ridge line here. There's actually a road that goes up over there. I always wonder where those roads go. It's pretty cool. Definitely doesn't look like Florida. And that's a good thing. Something different. All right, here's a recreation of a stegosaurus before we walk up the trail. And this sign over here tells us, I think Steph was saying that this was one of the first places that a stegosaurus was discovered. Yep, on the west side of Dinosaur Ridge by Arthur Lakes, a scientist from Golden, Colorado. First spike-tailed dinosaur ever found and named. That's pretty cool. That's neat. 150 million years ago. We need to go back in time even more than a million years, don't we, Liam? All right, so we checked in and we are going to do the free walking tour here past this stop sign, and I believe it goes up that road that I was wondering where it went. So that's pretty cool. We'll get to see. So if you visit here, you look for this sign, turn right on the road, follow the walking path, and off we go. All right, we're on the trail. Gonna be heading up around the corner. We were talking about how beautiful this farmstead is over here. It's pretty amazing. To give you a little scenery look here. All right, Liam, are you ready for the adventure?
As long as we find a huge mountain and slide.
Yeah? What are you gonna see?
There's gonna be a slide at the top.
A slide, that'd be a long slide, wouldn't it? All right, so there we go. A little more information. What were you gonna say, Steph?
We are officially at the trailhead. She said it's 1 mile from the beginning to end, and you're climbing 700 feet. If you've never been to the Colorado, it can be hot here but it's usually very dry.
And
So make
windy.
sure, and windy because of the mountains. Make sure you have plenty of water and bring extra, even if you think you won't need it, because you will.
You will need it.
Promise.
Yes, you will.
And also,
We're not lying, seriously.
also do not climb on the rocks.
Yes.
So here you can tell how steep the side of the ridge is here. There's no way you could climb that. Might be some goats or deer that could climb it, but definitely not people. Well, I guess if you were a rock climber, I guess you could do it probably, but there's not really rocks to climb there.
Yeah.
The rocks are all really loose, which is why it said no rock climbing.
Yeah, they're broken.
Yep.
Sorry about you.
All right, so we're gonna make it. We got this, right, family? All right, so we've got Dakota Ridge ecology. At this transition from mountain to plain, this rugged ridge provides homes for many as it falls apart. So it's kind of like we actually are getting into the mountainous region, and you can kind of see behind us the mountains that are really dry and not a lot of plants. And as we move forward, you can see that there are trees on these mountains. So it's a difference between the landscapes that we're kind of changing in, and they're saying that certain animals find their homes in these broken rocks.
Like snakes and poisonous snakes.
Yes, you have to be careful for snakes, of course. Some peaceful birds chirping in the distance here, but this rock face is cool. It's almost like slate. I don't think it is, but Liam said they look like, the piece of the rock look like sandwiches. It's pretty cool, but it's just neat to see the way the rock breaks off into really flat pieces of stone. So here's another view at I-70 and a really cool little town over there, and kind of looking at where we came from. It's a pretty long walk. You can see down there, just past the trees, that's where we came from. So there you go. All right, we found the coolest dinosaur. Liam, what is this dinosaur called?
A Rubik's Cube dinosaur.
Rubik's Cube dinosaur. I love it. Do you think you could make a puzzle with that? Maybe? He's like, maybe. I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Did you know some Rubik's Cubes can open and shut?
Yes, they can. You have one that looks like a bear.
Yes.
It's pretty amazing. Whoever made this was very creative.
I also have a screen one too.
Yes, you do.
I think it's a mailbox.
It looks like it has a way to put something in. Maybe it's donations for the artist. I'm not sure. It doesn't say. So this is called Crocodile Creek because apparently when Colorado and the rest of the country was underwater, this was shallow, obviously, because it's a hill, and the crocodiles dragged their claws across these shallows here. That's pretty cool. Wow. Really neat landscape. Very beautiful. And look at that sky. So blue. All right, so we got what looks like dinosaur footprints here. I don't know if those are real or not. It doesn't really say. Looks like they've been covered up, but they're also kind of protected here from erosion. So I don't know. I'll have to see if those are real fossils or not.
They're actually not fossils.
Or fossil prints.
They were covered up.
Yeah?
But then it just fell off, so
Interesting.
then they had to put it back on, and then they just put dinosaur footprints everywhere. So it's
Okay.
not actually real.
Well, we'll see. We don't know. All right, we're coming up on what looks like our first big site up here, so let's go check this out and see what we can find. Looks like those footprints were real. So we've got stomping grounds here. Apparently this is rated #1 in the nation for like kind of a duck-billed dinosaur. So that's pretty cool.
Dinosaur? I think I know what that is.
Yeah?
It looks like it's scooping up spaghetti.
Kind of like that. Looks like they go all the way up the hill
like
here.
This.
Wait, he has a mouth like what? That's true.
It's like you're kissing something.
Like a kissy face? I love it, buddy.
It's like that. But it has a long thing on like this. And it has a T-Rex body, but it's small.
I see. Here's a wider shot. You can see just how big this area is. It's really, really massive. All the way up the ridge here. And because we have gone a little bit of ways down the trail, you can see there is actually a nice, or up the trail, yes. There's a nice place to sit here. So I would recommend definitely taking a break here in the shade. And there's even a little, like a bleachers area there, probably where when they give talks from some of the guides, they sit people down there. But apparently this was like soft mud at some point, and that's why it squished under the dinosaur feet. I think they may have like added some paint just to make sure you could see the tracks, but still pretty cool. All right, here's a bird's eye view of this whole area. You can see the place we started way down there at the bottom. It's not the first group of buildings, it's the second group of trees way out there by the road. So yeah, pretty cool. And if you do come out here, it's right off the interstate, so it's super easy to get to. That's pretty awesome. But there's something shining way out there. Can't really see it very well, but either way, this is pretty cool. This is like a sheer rock face here, and there's a couple trees along the road here. All right, so over in this area there is a separate trail you can go to a lookout. We're going to go up there here in just a minute, but it's called Dakota Ridge Trail or Arthur Lakes Lookout. It goes up that direction. So we're going to check that out here in just a minute. But first, we're going to go up to this picnic table up here at the top. The view is just insane up here. All right, we found kind of a scenic overlook out here, and you can again see I-70 going all the way over the ridge over there. It's a beautiful view of this town here. Looks like Volterra maybe or something, I don't know. Anyway, really, really cool. And there's a picnic area up here, and then we're gonna wind through these cliffs. Now you can see that trail we didn't go on up there. That other family was in front of us is up there now, so we might check that out later, but this is just so beautiful. That's why I love coming out here, because it's so different from what you might imagine, you know, in Florida in the flatlands. So cool to see different things. Here's another view from the overlook area. Pretty awesome. Gotta watch Liam that he doesn't climb down. So this says Jeffco Open Space. This is definitely open space, but over here it says trail rated most difficult. This is bikes only trail. Cyclists must yield to others. Guys, that's a bike trail. Oh my, that's the black diamond of bike trails. So you can't even take it if you're not a cyclist. That's insane. Let me do a little zoom here. Like, that's, everybody says they've got a mountain bike. That's an actual mountain bike trail. So we just said these rock formations is kind of like Gibraltar with the road going through it here. Probably a little smaller, but what, buddy?
Can I tell you something?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so, like, you know wire chains there?
Yes.
Well, it is because there might be rock slides, like Mom said, and it also might, it's because you cannot climb it. It's against the law. That's what Dad said, which is Longwood Bridge, the one that you always see, and your finger could get stuck.
I see. That's a good point.
That's good.
So this almost looks made for climbing, even though it says no climbing. It's crazy. It's like a shelf that goes all the way up to the top there. The setting of this layer, hit the start button. So this is a volcanic ash layer here behind the screen. They don't want people to touch or try and collect it. No collecting. That's right. Well, no, it's just because we want to save it for everybody else to enjoy. We don't want everybody collecting stuff. So now we're up at another overlook here, which is super cool. You can even see how the road zigzags to go up there for some of the really amazing houses up there. But we've got some sandstone formations, I believe. It's very similar to Garden of the Gods. Very beautiful. And again, these houses up here, wow, how lucky are these people to live in such a beautiful place. So beautiful prairies and pastures right in front of a mountain. Not really prairies, I guess, but really, really amazing. Wow. Get a close up of some of these rocks here. Looks like that road goes right between those two rocks right there. Look at that. Here's another amazing view from over here on this side. Really just looks like a painting. So it reminds me a little bit of Cars Land. I know it's funny I have to compare everything to a theme park, but you know, it's what we spend most of our time. So there you go. And then that road just kind of goes around the curve into a more adventure. But right now we're gonna go look at this little cave thing. I don't know what is it, Liam? What do you see? Front Range Overlook. Oh.
Blue, red, white, and yellow.
That is really cool. All right, so this is something really cool. This is a Raptor track. This is Colorado's first Raptor track. This is a cast of the actual track provided by the University of Colorado Museum of Natural History. All right, what do you want to say, Liam?
So did you know raptors are the smallest animal in the world, but you cannot hold them in your hand because they bite. They're not as big as a T-Rex. They're actually as big as a kid. Like, they're
Right.
as big as a 6-year-old like me.
Oh, are they? Okay, so they're not the smallest animal in the world, but they're one of the smaller dinosaurs, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so is this where, like, they were right here? Is this where it was? I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe? Not sure. It's really hard to tell where it was, unless it's right here. Is that what, maybe that's where that circle is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it right there. Yeah, that is a raptor track. That's interesting.
Track?
Yeah, right there.
Is it a track or a trap?
A track. Yeah. So here's a cast of it. All right, we're gonna walk down to the first site where the bones are, and I was just looking at the map to see what's over this hill. So actually, I-70 is over this hill this way, and the road we were looking at the whole time on the way up the trail was actually 470. So just not to confuse anybody, the exit for this would be off of 470. So yeah. So anyway, I-70 is over the hill here. Liam's getting tired, so make sure that you plan plenty of time for your kids because it is a long walk and a lot of hills. And if you're not used to altitude, obviously that plays in as a factor as well.
Those
All
are
right.
real.
Yep, we start with real dinosaur tracks. That's right, Liam.
Wait, where are they?
It's kind of hard to see, honestly. Maybe in this area here. It's very hard to see.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, you kind of see them in there. Yeah, they're kind of going up the side.
Impression right here.
Yeah, that's a track.
And, over there.
Yep. Kind of hard to see. I'm glad the scientists can find these. And then they've got this is reinforcing this shelf rock here. So these are the bulges. Get a worm's eye view of dinosaur steps with these strange bulging tracks. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Wow. Oh, look.
What?
You can kind of see one. There's one right here. All right, so this is pretty cool here. Yeah, these are bulging tracks along this area. So there you go. All right, so here's another view here, and as we get further away, you can kind of see this road snake down through the valley, and you can see all these sandstone formations that kind of go all down this whole area here. It's really pretty cool. There's a better view, and you can kind of see those formations I was talking about a little bit better. It's really cool. All right, so this rock kind of fell down the hill here and ended up in this area, but this is a theropod track. It's pretty cool. That one's really easy to see. I think they might color them darker a little bit, but here's a theropod. It's a small carnivore splashed through a puddle and left behind a track. It's so cool. Just like such a, you know, random thing for a dinosaur to run and hit a puddle and left a track for us. All right, so here we have our first dinosaur bones. Here you can see them embedded in the rock. That is so cool. And I heard the guide back there. We didn't get the guided tour, so we didn't get reservations, but I heard the guide was talking about how they are not actively digging here, but of course they could clean off these bones, but that is so cool. And apparently they're deep in the layers here of this rock. You can actually see cacti up there too, but I guess what they think happened is erosion and time and water, all this kind of tumbled down the hill at some point. And so these dinosaur bones were somewhere else. And it kind of ended up dinosaur soup here at the bottom of the mountain, is what the guide was telling everybody a minute ago. But yeah, you can see quite a few bones embedded in these rocks. You can see the different coloring by the bones there. There's a couple more here. Very clear. It's pretty incredible, honestly. Especially since they haven't been disturbed. There's one there. There's several, you can see several different layers of erosion and sediment here. And I think they've added some rocks there to kind of keep things from tumbling anymore so they can preserve this site. But yeah, they don't, she was saying they don't actively dig here. So, such an incredible thing. Morrison Fossil Area. This has been designated a natural national landmark. Possesses exceptional value. Wow. It's in the National Park Service. So this is a designated national park site here, or at least a designated landmark is what I should say. And here's one right there. That's a big one. Look at that. So incredible. And here's one right there. There's a sign over here. Let's check this out. It says A meandering stream tumbled dinosaur skeletons into pieces, burying them here in sandy banks. So basically, they kind of went down the stream and they got buried. Let's see. The area was an expansive floodplain striped with braided meandering streams. As the dry season ended and the wet season began, the rivers would fill with water, flow quickly. This would pick up sand, mud, bones, and deposit them where the river slowed down, such as at a bend or at a sandbar. That's how these bones were discovered, or not discovered, but deposited and subsequently buried 150 million years ago. Here's another one. It's really cool. You can really see them once you know kind of what to look for. And there's the end of the trail here, so I'm going to go down there. Steph and Liam needed a little bit of a break. It is a lot of walking, so definitely be prepared if you bring your kids, but it is beautiful. Obviously, it is well worth your time. I was trying to decide whether to walk all the way down there, but I'm so close. I'm going to do it. So let's see if there's anything here at the end of the trail. I don't think there is, but there is a parking area down there, so you can park at either end, and the trail itself is free. But the visitor center back there, there's some things that are charged, like the tour that was over there a minute ago. And you can book those ahead of time if you want to ride the bus and you don't want to do the walking. That actually is a good option as well. Okay, so as you can see, I made it to the bottom. There isn't anything really down here other than the parking area. And a sign for Dinosaur Ridge. It looks like Red Rocks Park, though the entrance is down there. And you can go up there and enjoy those red rock formations. We might do that later, we'll see. But it's really cool. So this was erected through the Works Progress Administration, the WPA. That was Roosevelt during the Depression. They've got buses that go up there too. Wow. And so we turn around and we see what we have ahead. We've got a little bit of hiking to do. Let's get started. Just gonna go right back where we came from. So I don't know if that was a mile or if it's 2 miles and 2 miles back. I think it's a mile and a mile back. Either way, it was a lot. Felt a lot longer than a mile, but like I said, with the beautiful scenery, it definitely kind of makes up for it. And these rock formations over here really look like almost like the back of a stegosaurus there. Here we have one of the tour buses back at the side of the bulging tracks. And we are still headed back up. And we'll make it. So I wanted to be clear about what I said earlier. We're back up at the top here, and this is 470. I thought it was I-70. This is like a state road, 470 or something. It joins with I-70 up the way here. Actually, all the way up over the hill there, it joins with I-70. But either way, kind of cool. And way out here in the distance, you can kind of see out in the haze there some buildings out there. I believe that's part of Denver. I'm not sure. I have to look at a map. But anyway, pretty cool. That's still such a neat view there. Just around the corner. You're like, what's around the corner? And you kind of see that mountain on the front range kind of peeking around the corner. It's pretty cool. Looks like an accident on the road here. I hope everybody's okay. Everything's slowed down here. But again, that's 470 and then going over the hill to I-70. So... Alright, so we're going up the trail here. Liam wants to go. We're gonna have our adventure up the trail. So here we go.
Yes.
Let's try it. You ready, Liam?
Dad leads the way.
I'm leading. Here we go. Oh, you want to lead, Liam? Okay, hold on. I think we gotta maybe have Dad lead to be safe, but yep, so here we go. Yep, it's gonna be a climb. Alright, Liam, so you were telling everybody about being prepared and exercising. You want to tell everybody about that again?
You gotta exercise before you go out on a good stroll. Do you know why?
Why?
It's because you'll get very tired and you might pass out and fall on the ground and you'll get dried over.
So you gotta be careful. So here's where we're going up. We're gonna go up this way. It's a little bit extreme for us flatlanders, but we're gonna make it. So here we go.
Liam, really watch your footing.
Okay. All right.
Really focus on your feet.
So guys, I'm not gonna film this part. I will be back with you when we get to a part where you can see something. I need both hands here. All right, so here we are.
That way it's called Guard Tower.
We're going up a little more. And we're going up a little further. We met a biker here. It's going down the hill as well. So this is a trail where bikes can go and enjoy as well. Pretty cool. Braver than me, for sure. I'd rather be on my own 2 feet doing something like this. I'd be afraid I'd go down here. There he is. He's already down. I was showing him there was an accident there on that interstate. All right, here we go. Oh, it's up there. It's not that far. Let's do this. All right, here we go. So we got to kind of climb through these bushes here. I'm not sure what type of bush this is. I don't know what that is. Maybe somebody in the video will comment on what this prevailing type of vegetation is here. All right, so we got to another scenic overlook here. We're not too much higher than we were before. You can see where the road is down there, but we're gonna go all the way up here, up to the crest of the rock. Hold on, Liam. We're gonna go. He's ready. I'm gonna give. It is a little slippery. That's right. All right, here we go. All right, so we're going up here. Liam and Daddy's big adventure. Watch your step, bud. All right. So this is the break in the rock that we actually saw before. I'm sure that was blasted, but when they built the road through here, as you can see where the ridge line would have continued. But we're on the top of that now. This is Arthur Lake's lookout. Arthur Lakes apparently was a scientist, geologist. I need to read better, but there's the top of the fencing that keeps it from collapsing. And that, my friends, is the end of the trail down there. So you can kind of tell where we are from this section. Oh wait, Liam's climbing on this rock up here. What did you find, buddy?
It's called a Spaghettosaurus because it's like its neck is it looks like a Spaghettosaurus because it's long like spaghetti. That's why.
Somebody put it in that little hole right there?
Yeah.
All right, let's put it back where you found it so the next person can find it. Very good. Okay, cool. That's awesome.
I really wanted a picture of it.
I got a video of it. Here's another view from the other part of this lookout here. And he was a geologist, artist, clergy, fossil hunter, and all kinds of things apparently. So this is the Dakota Ridge Trail. Liam and I are going to check out a little of this, and then we will, and then we'll go this way. Now it looks like this part of the trail is different. Do not enter on this part. We got to go up to the left. So we'll see where we can go, and then we'll probably turn around and come back. All right, so here we go. That's the top of the trail. We decided not to do it all. Liam and I are both getting kind of tired, but it is a pretty good view from up here. Really, really pretty.
Can I talk a little bit?
And yes, Liam, what do you want to say?
So like.
What do you think about this view, buddy?
See something in the distance?
Yes, I do.
Would you see something in the clouds?
I do see things in the clouds.
What do you see?
I see a hippopotamus in those clouds up there. And I also see these cool sandstone formations that remind me of Cars Land.
Yes.
All right, Liam, are you ready to go back down?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think the live streamers don't want to see this because it might be scary for some people who are afraid of heights.
Okay. All right, we almost made it back down. That was a cool adventure, but we have to make sure that we stay safe. And that's right, we saw the toy, and we have to make sure we stay safe and don't go too far, too fast.
Hope you saw the toy too.
Yeah. All right, so there's Steph way down there. She decided not to go as far up as we did, but we are coming down the road. And Liam, isn't it easier going down? He's waving. Isn't it easier going down?
Come.
Hey, Liam, isn't it easier going down than up?
Yeah.
Don't cross the line. That's for the bikes over there. We have to be careful to stay on the walking side of the path, not the bike and bus side of the path. But there are no other cars that drive on this road, just the authorized buses, and then bikes can drive as well. So the guide here in this tour was just saying that this actually used to be a flat beach here, and this was pushed up by geological forces, and then that this out here was all the ocean. So this was like the ocean, and then this was partially a beach, and it was more flat at this point, so it got pushed up. But these tracks would have been flat on a beach, so that's pretty cool. All right, we are on our way back down the mountain. We're going to check out the cool gift shop and everything. We're tired, aren't we, buddy? Yes?
And we're going to look for something.
We're going to look for stuff.
Gift shop.
Okay, sounds like a good plan.
No toys.
No toys. Well, we'll see. Yeah, Liam's very good at knowing that when we go in a store, he doesn't always get a toy. He's very good about that. All right, a few minutes later, several steps and a lot of huffing and puffing, and we are almost at the end here. You can see the visitor center and gift shop down there at the bottom, and wow, what an adventure. It was a lot of walking, but it was a lot of fun. Also keep in mind you can park at either end of the trail. So if you want to park here and walk up part of the way and walk back down and then drive to the other side, you can. We thought about that, but we were already at the top and we thought we might as well just finish it. So anyway, all right, we're gonna head back to the visitor center and finish our video there. from here again, you can get a little respect for the distance we walked. That's not even the corner at the top there, so pretty incredible. And I guess the trail, we're talking to people, goes all the way along the ridge here, so probably good that we didn't follow that high trail, but we did go all the way up to the front of the top of the bend there. All right, so this is the gift shop. We'll go in real quick and take a look. So here's a quick look at the gift shop. Really cool stuff here. You can break your own geodes. All right, so we got some cool stuff in the gift shop. I got a Coke. Well, here, there you go. I got a Coke. Steph got a Pepsi. She didn't want to show it though.
We also got pour and paint.
That's for me.
Yep, that's for Liam.
And I also got a rock. I'm gonna draw Goofy on it.
You're gonna draw Goofy on your rock?
Yep.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. So yeah,
Green like Goofy's hat, I guess.
we're in front of the Stegosaurus here, right in front of the ridge. All right. So what do you think, buddy? What was your favorite part of this adventure?
If you saw the dinosaur that looked like a Rubik's cube, that's my favorite part.
I love it.
But if you didn't see it, that's okay.
Rewind.
Steph, what was your favorite part?
It was cool to come out here and be out in the mountains and the nature and all that. It was a little hot this morning. You know, I'm glad we didn't wait until later in the day and we came early.
Yep.
We did see a lot of bikes on the trail and the vans coming up and down, so...
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, but it was really cool to just come out here and see something different that you wouldn't necessarily get in Florida. And you can tell I have my sun hat and Josh doesn't.
I got a little sunburn probably,
I got a little
but
sunburn.
I'm okay.
I also have this UV lightweight cooling jacket. It really helped keep the sun off, and you know, so I didn't get burnt. And then of course sunscreen, lots of water. You know, it's all part of it. Packed. Okay.
Oh, Liam found the Pepsi. There's an ant about to get it apparently.
I will say, if you're coming, pack hydrating foods like grapes and apples, and also some nutrient-rich protein like nuts and seeds. And, you know, make sure you keep it lightweight because you're going to carry it around and the car's going to be far away.
That's right. So as far as my favorite part, I just love being out in the mountains and the scenery. It's my favorite part of Colorado. I love the views everywhere, and I just really enjoyed being able to share that with Liam. He's never really been in the mountains before, so that was really, really cool to be able to do that.
His first trip that he remembers.
Yep.
He's 6. I was 6 on my first trip out here that I remember, so we're out to have a great time.
That's right. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap this up. That's right, bye-bye for now. So we're going to wrap this up, and we'll see you next time. Be sure to check out all of our awesome sponsors. We've got mickeyblog.com, mickeystravels.com for your next Disney vacation. I know this is different, but still, you can definitely check out mickeyblog and mickeystravels.com for that. Also, if you want to move to Orlando, which this is not, you can definitely check out the Funk Collection, realtyinorlando.com. And finally, David's DVC Rentals. If you want to rent a DVC room for a fraction of the cost, that's dvcrequest.com/TV. All right. Yes. Liam says, tell me when you're done.
Press the red button on the bed if you're new.
That's right.
What?
You did good, buddy. That's exactly right.
That's right. Subscribe if you're new.
All right. So for now, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Now that you've finished watching this video, be sure that you're subscribed so that you can get all of the latest updates. Also, check out some other great videos on our channel. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.